As business owners, we tend to look in the rearview mirror. We're justifiably proud of the enterprise we've created, all the work that we've done, the people we've developed, the products and services that we've met market needs for.
Let's just start with the number one way to maximize the value of your business.
Well, let me preface it by saying that surprisingly enough, 90% or just under 90% of the businesses that are offered for sale in the U.S. each year never do sell. And that's really frustrating for a business owner to learn that, because we all kind of start our business careers thinking that, well, eventually we're going to build an asset here that's saleable, that'll fund our retirement or help our kids get through college or whatever our goal is. But a significant majority of those businesses don't sell. And I think part of the reason for that is that as business owners, we tend to look in the rearview mirror. We're justifiably proud of the enterprise we've created, all the work that we've done, the people we've developed, the products and services that we've met market needs for. But an acquirer, somebody that's looking to buy your company, whether it's an individual or a company, they're looking at future cash flow. They're making an investment and they want to know what the return on that investment is going to be. And they're going to discount that cash flow over the next few years. And those things are surprising to a business owner. So what we focus on through Alchemy Transitions is helping them identify areas of their business where they can build that value, and as a result, increase the multiple, whether that's a multiple of revenue or a multiple of EBITDA that they're going to be able to sell their company at. Now, our data is based on working with over 65,000 businesses over the last few years. Our company hasn't done all of that. We belong to a consortium of consultants. And what we've learned from that is that a company that goes to market on their own, typical is going to sell for a multiple of 3.5. And after they go through and focus on building the value through these 8 value builders that we've identified, that multiple goes up almost double. It's typically up to about 6.1, 6.2 times revenue. So there's definite a payoff in spending some time doing this. So let's jump in and talk about some of the ways that companies can increase that value.
I got that so far. So I think it's good to set the mindset that 90% of the businesses offered for sale don't sell. And that's a problem, right? Because people want a chance to move on. And generally speaking, as owners or entrepreneurs, when we're selling a business, we tend to look in the rearview mirror, right? Our experience, our hard work, our blood, sweat, and tears, rather than taking the perspective of a new buyer who tends to look or is looking in everything in the future cash flow. Is that a fair summary so far?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's the number one secret to changing and helping us to look in the front, right? Or looking at the things we should be looking at to make sure that we're maximizing the value of the business?
Well, it means that as a business owner, we need to be willing to step away from the things that we're so proud of and really change our mindset and how we look at our business. And to help with that process, we've identified a variety of what we call value drivers. So let me summarize a few of those just to give your audience a flavor. One we call hub and spoke. And the real key here is how dependent on you is your business. If you're personally involved in most of the decisions in your business, most of the sales, all the hiring decisions, that's a problem, because an acquirer isn't necessarily looking to buy a job. They're looking to buy an investment in your business. One way to think about it is, do you know by first name more than 15% of the customers of your business? If the answer to that is yes, then that's an indicator that maybe you're too much of the hub and you need to start developing people and assets in your company to get you to step back a little bit more. I lived in Denver for many years, and as you probably know, Denver is a huge hub airport for several airlines. So when a snowstorm hits in the middle of winter, that creates chaos that backs up all across the country. Well, the same thing happens in your business. If you're the one that's involved in everything, then from the eyes of an acquirer, that's not a good thing. So if you want to fix this, the easy thing to do is to take a short vacation. Then when you come back, see what broke down while you were gone and start to work on processes to fix it. and then take a longer vacation. And again, remember that as you're building value in your business, this is a several year project. You're not, if you want to sell your business in 6 months, this is not the program that you want to start on. But if you're thinking that 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, you might want to put your business to the marketplace, this is when you want to start thinking about these value builders.
Fantastic. So let me show you, capture that. Okay. So if you're the, and if you could turn down your volume a little bit, Gordon, on your side, it's like give me a little
turn down mine. Sure.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. So you don't get any feedback going on there. So if you're the hub and spoke, let me actually back up a little bit before. So I heard a quote, and it's by a gentleman named Ray Dalio. And Ray Dalio is a really phenomenal financial advisor, very respected in the world of finance. And he said, it's really stuck with me. I've been reading his book. It's a book called Principles. And he says he had to learn to get away from his ego and get away from the blind spots, right? Yeah. And a part of that, he said, how he did that is he had to learn to trade the joy of being right for the joy of what's true, right? And he had to shift his mindset and practice this. And I think as entrepreneurs and business owners, in our minds, you know, part of our maybe selling our businesses for multiple millions of dollars is because we've been right, and we've been right for many years, and we've been serving our customers and clients. And that feeds our ego in a good way because it helps us to build and continue to serve them at a high level and create more solutions for people. But it doesn't necessarily translate into the sales price of a business, right? The joy of being right for the joy of what's true. And if I'm going to put this together now with the hub and the spoke, right? So if you're the person who's so intimately involved and is so dependent upon you, right? If you're the queen bee having to make, you know, all of the whole hive go, be the worker bee, the queen bee, you're having the one making the decisions, and you're the hub and the spoke, right? Without you, the whole thing falls off. People aren't looking, or investors, especially those who are paying the highest price for businesses, aren't looking for a job. They're looking for a cash flow producing machine, right? Whether they be real estate, whether it be a business. And so you've got to be willing to step away, delegate, and do it in a way where it's not so dependent upon you. Is that a fair summary?
That's a fair summary.